What's up, guys, and welcome back to Wake Up Entertainment. So Brigadier Gininda always says that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind and that he issued a warrant of arrest for Kelly Khumalo, but he blames the NPA for not signing that warrant of arrest. So Advocate Mnisi asked him a very simple question. If you say that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind, does the NPA also believe that too?
Now, you constantly has been mentioning throughout your testimony that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind behind the death of the deceased Senzome. You are not so?
Yes, my lord, based on the investigation.
Is this a narrative that is also shared, or that was also shared by the prosecutors who assisted you in this investigation?
I don't see the relevance of this question. There was a decision to prosecute the current accused before this court as to what view the prosecuting team held is irrelevant. So we have to focus on the accused that are before this court.
I did not get really what my answer to my question is, because the question is very clear.
The witnesses answer that question. Must he repeat his answer? If so, what is the reason why he should repeat the answer that he's already given, my lord?
I'm still struggling to get my answer on whether or not the fact that Kelly Khumalo is a kingpin in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa was part of the narrative that the team of prosecutors, actually let me not say the team of prosecutors, but the office of the DPP Pretoria had when they decided on this matter. I haven't received my answer, and I don't know what is the difficulty in saying, yeah, no, DPP Pretoria was of the view that Kelly was a kingpin in this case. However, she could not be charged because of this and this and this. That would have sounded better. But to simply decide not to answer my question, clouding it with a whole lot of lengthy explanation, I really don't think that assists the court.
So this actually is a very good question by Advocate Mnisi. The reason why this question has to be asked is because we have to avoid assumptions. Assumptions are very dangerous. Because Gininda simply told us that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind and he issued the warrant of arrest, then blames the NPA for not signing that warrant of arrest. Okay, if what you are saying is true, then does the NPA actually believe you? So you could actually say that Kelly Khumalo was actually the mastermind. It actually rattled the state itself because Baloyi was constantly rising up and throwing all sorts of objections. You can see that they just didn't want to answer that question and they simply want the court to simply take their word for it. But you just cannot believe someone by simply telling you, because they can tell you whatever that they want. Because what Gininda seems to be doing here, like from his entire investigation, if you look at it all, he is like trying to shift the attention to Kelly Khumalo. And with this whole shift, then he definitely has to be questioned, because that is where like the pivot of his investigation is at. If his investigation is at that pivot, then he has to be questioned why he is doing that, and does the NPA actually believe him? So something that is actually like clearing and clearly visible is that the state seems to be afraid of answering that question as to, does the NPA actually share the same view that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind? That way, the state should simply answer yes or no. It's a simple question. It's not something that is very, very difficult to answer that question. There is a reason why they are so afraid. So one of the reasons why Advocate Mnisi has to keep on asking that question is because it's Gininda himself who actually says that it's the NPA that guided him in his investigations and are providing him advice to say that, yeah, you can pursue this one, you cannot pursue this one. Look for more evidence when it comes to Kelly Khumalo. That's what Gininda actually tells us. That is what the NPA was doing. The reason why Gininda is afraid of answering that yes or no question is because he does not want to put himself in unnecessary entanglement and jeopardy. Because the NPA can actually come out and say, no, Gininda, you're lying. We did not share the same view that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind. We actually told you to go out there and look for more information. And you went out there and you actually didn't find anything of that more information. So the next question now is, what can the defense do to get clarity when it comes to this question? Because this matter cannot just be left as it is. Because, as I said earlier, this is the pivot of the investigation. Since the state does not want to answer this question, then the defense can actually go to the NPA itself and request for clarity as to whether they actually shared that same view that Kelly Khumalo was the mastermind here. But then again, not surprisingly, Judge Rata was actually not moved by this question. He was not even interested in hearing this question at all, because probably to him this question has nothing to do with the evidence that has been laid before him. But as much as he is seeing that this question does not mean much to him, the way I see it is that this question actually means a lot. So to avoid unnecessary drama with the defense going to the NPA to request for more information, the state can simply explain things further and actually reveal the truth as to what the NPA actually felt about Kelly Khumalo being the mastermind in this case. Because Gininda himself, he cannot be allowed to keep on throwing that word out there. So overall, the way I see it is that the NPA does not share the same view with Gininda that Kelly Khumalo was the mastermind. The reason because of that is the NPA actually told Gininda to look for more information. That's what they told Brigadier Gininda. So this thing of the mastermind is not even there when you go to the NPA. They don't even know about it. To them, they actually want more information when it comes to Kelly Khumalo. So all in all, there is serious confusion when it comes to this entire mastermind thing, because sometimes if you listen to the trial, according to Brigadier Gininda, Kelly Khumalo is a person of interest. Like there is something interesting about her, like she has to continually be investigated. And at certain times, Brigadier Gininda is fully convinced that Kelly Khumalo is actually a mastermind that should be arrested. And at the same time, if you look at the NPA, they actually say that Kelly Khumalo is a complainant in this same case. So there is no connection here. There are so many loose different pieces here that need to be brought together. And that is why the defense has to continuously ask this question until there is like a clear answer. So tell me what you think in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.